Good evening. Let's see, with that. So I got some archives. I wanted to. Break's not scheduled to start for another few minutes anyway. Figured I'd break a box of these if you hadn't seen them. It's not my favorite product, but it's kind of fun. The worst thing about it is these packs are a pain in the neck to open. But I opened one box and got a really cool auto, so why not press my luck? Plus it give me a chance to practice with the camera again because I always position it wrong. Garmin Bozia. How you doing this evening, sir? It's one of the insert sets. Cyber Stats. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Nice thing about archives is it does include the 2 guaranteed autos. Sometimes they're of weird players that, popular team players like this one right back here, but not popular outside the town. Like I saw an Andy Vance like auto who, if you're a Pittsburgh fan, probably very cool. And this one, Detroit, Trey Sweeney. Not the best auto name, but it's an auto nonetheless. Plus, they have they have parallels and weird inserts and variations. I like this insert right here, the pop-ups, Corbin Carroll. And they have auto Dan number variations of the pop-ups too, which are fun. Just making sure. Yeah. Just making sure I had audio. No, I don't want to do that. Pink foil. You get 8 pink foil in a hobby box. Arenado. I can't read this one. Nathaniel Lowe, Shea Whitcomb, Remove to the Hassle. Griffey. It's Nick Kurtz rookie. These have variations. They're, you don't know to look for them. They're hard to pick up. The team name and the player name are swapped. I don't know how many people skip by those because they don't like jump out as variations. But mix of players, old and new. Got a green foil back there. Buxton, Arenado, Pedro, Roki Sasaki to 99. It's a nice one. Dolander, Yorbit Vivas, Royce Lewis, Adolis Garcia. Another pink, Joey Votto. Dansby, Will Smith. Kim and Sale. Once I finish opening this box, I will close out the rest of the break and then we'll get started. I got a fresh case I'm going to open. 6 boxes. Hopefully we hit, like 4 red ink autos. Or 1 red ink auto would be nice. I really want to hit one of those wax pack autos. I think they look neat. Just because they look neat. No other reason. But, geez, Archives and Heritage packs are some of the most difficult packs to open. Gio Ozuna, Gallon. That's not a pink. That's 149. Foil fractor, I assume. The nice thing looking at for the variations is they always appear in the same spot in the pack, or they should. So you have this style, this style. If this one, well, this is a bad example. But if this one was a 64, is that 64? That's not 64. I forget what year that is. You can tell, it's like, okay, that's going to be a variation of some sort. I got to look at it closer. And sometimes it's hard to pick up. Pink J-Rod. Babe Ruth, Rod Carew, Matt Chapman. Jackson Merrill. Nolan Ryan. Mattingly. Boardwalk and baseball. Is that insert set? Ty Cobb. Pete. Do one more auto. Maybe one more numbered card. This would be cool if that was an auto. It's not. James Wood, though. It's a cool card. Juan Soto. Ricky Henderson. Willie Mays. Another. Oh, it's not bad. Hyesung Kim, 99. Green foil. Auto. And last pack of that archives box. Shohei pop-up. Cool. Right on. I will. Put that up there. Put that up there. I will be right back. I just got to go close out the break and then we'll get going. Alrighty. So how's everyone doing tonight? Hope y'all doing well. And if I could just figure out where I put my handy dandy box cutter, I could get going. That's a little bit interesting. Well, see, I had a box cutter in my hand, and then I did something with it. I'm not sure entirely what I did with it, but it's not where I expect it to be. I hid it under my phone. Ugh. All right. Fresh case. Fresh top loaders. And fresh penny sleeves. And they're packed upside down. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Alrighty, 6 boxes. Pick your teams. Hope I hit for everyone and not myself. It's no fun that way. So because of some of these variations can be easy to miss, I do go through and check and make sure I'm not missing any variations that should be sleeved, like flip stocks or flip bats or anything done like that. And these packs are even less fun to open than the archives packs. Sunya Thomas, Pawes, Tim Tawa, Blue Sparkle, Omar Cruz is not, Chase Petty is not. I forget the exact, I want to say it's either 2 or 4 of the high numbers per per box. A lot of the good rookies are in the high numbers, which is no fun. Robbie Ray, Blue Paper, Paul DeYoung, Michael Darrell Hicks, Lane Krim. Hey Dubs, how you doing? Watercross, Steve Carlton, Bicentennial insert set. Matt Wallner on the Blue Sparkle. AJ Minter, Blue Paper. Yainer Diaz, Blue Paper. Leotis Tavares. Wrong stack, sir. Alec Thomas, Chrome. Undefeated, Joe Morgan, Reds. Blue Refractor, Ernie Clement. 18 of 150, Kenley Jansen, Blue Sparkle. Janky. That is also janky. Penny sleeve has a bent corner. First auto is Michael McGreevy, St. Louis Cardinals. Just a real one auto. Nick Pivetta, Blue Padres. Tony Oliva. What is that? Forget the name of that insert set, unfortunately. Have a refractor of Jake Magnum, formerly of the Rays. Did he get just traded to the O's, I think? Trevor Story Chrome, Chandler Simpson Blue Sparkle. Trevor Story is not a high number. Nicky Nukes, rookie on the Chrome. Try not to throw it. Yeah, this is they were quite rude. All the good rookies are in the high numbers, and the high numbers generally don't affect the insert of chromes, refractors, etc. So this is no rarer than in general. I can't guarantee it. I didn't look at the out sheet. In general, no rarer than a regular chrome, but it's the big Amish, so it's good stuff. Who had them? I think that's Jimmy the Gem had the A's. Brandon Lockridge. James Wood rookie performers. Ben Williamson Chrome, Drake Baldwin rookie blue paper. Hey Ken, how you doing? Just hit your boy Drake. It's a foil insert. And Lucas Giolito. JP Sears is not a high number. Bicentennial to 200, Soren Lau. 16 of 200. Roki Sasaki rookie performers. Putting those in the wrong pile again. Putting those in the wrong pile again. Nick Enright, blue paper. There's a 1976 buyback, Cliff Johnson for the Astros. There are people, if you get one of these, I'm not sure if anyone grabbed the Astros. There's people who try and put together the complete set of stamped buybacks. Yeah, still first box. It's another bicentennial, Nathan Lukes. 197 out of 200. Brady Basso, the Sparkle. Refractor of Moises Ballesteros. Johnny Bench insert. Caleb Freeman, Sparkle. I think I might be looking in the wrong spot for the high numbers. We should have hit 2 high numbers. I haven't seen one yet. I think I'm looking in the wrong spot. Billy Williams. Forget the name of that insert set. Iglesias, Robbie Ray, Ramirez. And last pack, first box. Wilmer Flores, blue paper. Gunnar Holland. All right. Before I move on, I need to find some spectacles. I'll be right back. I'm just going through trying to figure out how I'm missing the high numbers. Doesn't surprise me when I miss variations because some of them are kind of hard to spot. So like that was hard. That's a really good card. Flipped bat on Matt Shaw. It's very cool. I opened a ton of 2025 Heritage and I hit exactly 0 flipped bats. All right. Like I said, I'll go through these again before I send them out, make sure I'm not missing any of the high numbers, but they're rare. They shouldn't be that rare. All right. On to box 2. So you're just waking up, Ken? Is that what it is? Just kidding. On to box 2. Yep, still not seeing none. Eric Orsey, Dobbins, Gorski, Green Refractor, Colton Gordon for the Astros, Pavin Smith Sparkle, Christian Koss. Mick Abel on the Blue Sparkle, Gunnar Hogland. Zach Kent, Chrome, Joe Morgan insert. Elvis Alvarado, Tanner Bybee. Workman, Osuna Thomas Pages. Corbin Burns is a high number, so he's in. They are in the insert spot number 5. Just hit 0 in the first box, which is interesting. Kelly Murphy, Abel, Chase Dolander. There you go, Ken. JP Sears. Insert can be 4 or 5. Just double checking. Carlos Santana, Luke Keishel, Tony Oliva, Denzel Clark, Victor Mesa Jr., Eric Wagaman, Chrome, Cameron Misner, Blue Paper, Foil Tom Seaver, Bicentennial. Thomas Harrington Blue Sparkle. Story Meili Gashioka. Carson Kelly Chrome. Jose Quintana. It's a high number. Oh, sorry, I was trying to adjust this chair. Didn't do any good. George Springer, Houdini's favoriteest player of all time. Clubhouse Collection. Gunnar Hoagland. Tanner Bybee. Chase Meadroth. That looks like it should be an image variation. Looks like a zombie. Chris Sale. Color of the Year, Hai-Song Kim. That's a cool card. These are numbered to 76. 54 of 76, Johan Rojas. Blue Sparkle. Dustin May, Jack Dreyer. Brad Lord Chrome, Mike Yastrzemski Sparkle. Refractor of Christopher Sanchez, Hai-Song Kim, Rookie Performer. Kyle Stowers Chrome, Luarbert Arias Paper, Blue Paper. Michael Darrell Hicks refractor, Hank Aaron on the what's that? That's like the 76 reimagined set or something. I forget. I should know. Last 4 packs. Yoel Bozo on the chrome, Lucas Giolito blue paper, Brady Basso, Evan Sisk. Efros on the sparkle. Mike Trout, Max Kepler is not a high number. And last pack, box 2. Augustin Ramirez on the blue paper. On to box 3. Empty box. Black paper of Garrett McDaniels. These are traditionally a print run of 50, although they never officially say. I don't know if anyone figured out if it's actually 50 this year or this product. But that's a nice card for the Angels. Those are another one of those sneaky ones that sell really well. You get people who try and put together the 50 sets, and most people look at this, it's like, who wants Garrett McDaniels? So all the Nick Kurtz are going to get listed, but the Garrett Daniels, not so much. So if you sell on YouTube, eBay, those are generally an easy $7-8. Matt Gorski refractor for the Dodgers. I just paid $17 for the last black paper I was missing from a team set from 2025 Heritage. So, because it was the first one that had been listed ever on eBay. Victor Mesa Jr., Willie McIver. Carlos Narvaez. Victor Scott is not a high number. Chandler Simpson's not a high number. Josh Taylor's not a high number. Luis May, blue paper. Oh, cool. I was gonna, go take a nap. So you hear when I mean, it's not the rarest of cards, but it's your boy. Braden Fisher. Cam Smith, rookie. It's a high number because they're rude. Look at that, back-to-back high numbers. Yep, that's a high number. Did you solve her car questions? Got it. Battery not holding a charge. Rylan Thomas, Craig Yoho. Nick Kurtz, foil rookie performers. So that's, I think we get one or two of these per box, the foil inserts. Alejandro Asuna. And it's a nice bonus for, I think Jimmy the Gem has the A's. Yep. Max Kepler Chrome. Johnny Bench undefeated. That's not a bad one. Got the Yankees. Jay Graff. It's not even here to see it. 11 of 25 through the years. Derek Jeter on card, relic, all that good stuff. Let me do this. All right. Carrying on. Chase Petty. Should probably put this in something before I whack it. That is a very nice Jeter on card auto to 25. Can't go wrong. Mickey Moniak. Carlos Correa is not a high number. Trevor Larnach Chrome. Colton Gordon on the Sparkle. Cody Clemens Refractor. Xander Bogaerts, that's a high number. Elvis Alvarado Chrome. Omar Cruz. Blue paper. I've opened one box. No, two boxes. No, check that. I've opened one box of Hobby Allen Ginter. I did open a couple boxes of the Mitchell and Ness. Mitchell and Ness were kind of a dud, but I got the standard base relic from. I got one good card out of my hobby box. It was a Ricky Henderson mini gold, I think. So to 50. But yeah, I think I've only opened one hobby box of Allen and Ginter. The Mitchell and Ness boxes don't count. I did win a hat out of a Mitchell and Ness box, a snapback hat that I haven't redeemed yet because I don't like snapback hats for some reason. Blue refractor is Scott Efris. Yankees again. Alex Bregman Blue Sparkle. Yeah, the Allen and Ginter, a lot of the not athletes or not baseball players do incredibly well. There were a couple of the people from the MTV Road Rules, Real World. Like, I was shocked what their cards were going for. But you know, that's the only place to get yourself a CT card. 3 more packs, box 3. Ah, that's nice. Yeah, I didn't get a rip card in my box either. And did they take away the box loaders this year? Was there no box loader? I think there's no box loaders this year, which those can be fun, but I didn't get one because they don't have them no more. Michael Taylor White Sox. What was the rip card numbered? Or was it numbered to something really low? Normally I have no problem with rip cards, but occasionally it's like I feel bad ripping like a rip card number to 10 because generally, in my experience, the card inside is worth less than the non-ripped card if it's a 10. But I'm just a boomer like that. All right. So highlight of box 3 is the Jeter auto, obviously. Box 4. Let's see what we can do here. So aside from the case, I ordered a couple loose boxes of this, and I was reading, someone said that the auto or relic was always far left side, last pack on the bottom. And so I'm like, oh, I'll pull that pack aside. And there are a couple packs that said, you know, your hits are going to be here. So I put those aside, and first pack I opened, which wasn't where he said it was my hit. Hayden Sanger, Gary Carter, Sean Murphy, Skeens, Yohan Duran, Logan Henderson, Bicentennial, number to 200, 11. Luis Arias, Jose Fermin, Refractor, Shelby Miller, Green Refractor, Trevor Larnach. Is it Larnach or Larnach? Jose Fermin, timed open cards. Hey, Cyrus, how you doing? Zach McKinstry, Hank Aaron, Zach McKinstry again, Brady Basso, yeah, you know, I actually had it turned on for one, because I had to ask Kobe. I turned it on and like, does it really cost $17 to ship to Cyrus? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, that's lame. Just another day playing with baseball cards, hitting fire sometimes. How things going with you, Si? Can y'all get Whatnot in Canada? Kobe started doing stuff on Whatnot. He's not getting enough grief from anyone. You probably need to drop in if you can. Wow, double 2 rip cards in a box in both Padres. My box. It's messed up. Gavin Sheets Chrome, Justin Hageman Blue Paper. Yeah, so the last time I shipped anything to Canada, it was like from eBay 150 years ago. Probably 20 years ago. And I remember it was like, that was back when it was $3 to ship bubble mailers, or 3 1/4 ship bubble mailers. And like to Canada, it was like $7. It's like $7. Kind of. This looks like a special variation. It's not. Just the background on Naylor is yellow, so it looks like he has gold behind him, which is cool, but not special. Rich Hill. Tanner Bybee is still not a high number. Yeah, he's trying to figure out like the whole shebang, how he wants to do it. Doug Nikazi. Dalton Rushing, he's probably a high number. 702. Dalton Rushing is a high number. He's done some breaks, done some auctions, done I think he might start doing I don't know if you do comic books, but he might start doing comic book shows. Luis Arias Clubhouse Collection Relic. Makes sense. Chase Petty on Mokata. I read a story about a guy. This was at least 10 years ago, which means it was probably closer to 20 years ago. He would set up these trips, and Don Money Brewers stamped buyback. He would set up these trips, and he would go into Canada and drive. I don't know what his plan is. I think he's kicking the tires on Whatnot, just seeing how it works. Because their fees are higher. Max Scherzer is a high number. So I'm not sure exactly what his plans are long term. But this guy would go up into Canada and buy huge lots of old O-Pee-Chee cards, like from the 70s. And his rationale was it was cheaper to drive up there, spend all the gas to drive all over Canada than to ship, 2 or 3 or 400 pounds of baseball cards back. quiche roll. And last pack, box 4. Undefeated foil, Ken Griffey, Tyler Owens, Sparkle, and Casey Mize. But then he also did say there is no 100 cases of draft. I think he mentioned in his last stream yesterday that I don't know if you saw that hubbub about Fanatics Live cut their breaker program in half. Like a bunch of people who've been breaking for years. He's one of the people who they called him and told him that they were done with him. So he's not getting any direct stuff anymore. So I don't know what his plans are for that. Yeah, from what I heard, the Fanatics like literally went from they had somewhere around 120, 130 breakers, and they cut it down to 60. So they're running their business. All right. Yeah. All right. Taking 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes for a beverage break here. It's a drink and break for me. All right. On to box 5. No, that, you know. I get it from a business standpoint for Fanatics. Having less breakers makes it easier to manage. But yeah, backyard is questionable. We got a black refractor of Anthony Santander. But yeah, some of these people have been breaking for years and years and years, and spent millions and millions on product, and they're just like, yeah, we're done with you. And a blue refractor with Christian Koss 150. Is Backyard the one that didn't send the, what was it? It was like a Trevor Lawrence 1 of 1 on a free break because it was too nice to send or something like that? Yeah. I don't think I was collecting when that happened. I think I was taking a break, but that's garbage, but everyone knows that's garbage. Phil Maton, blue paper. Yeah, I had heard, I knew the Trevor, I think it was Trevor Lawrence. I knew that was the big one, and I had heard they had done similar things. But then I've heard, I don't know if it was Filth Bomb. It was a big breaker on Fanatics Live. They sent a huge card, and it wasn't, they didn't insure the package. You know, a guy buys into a spot for a break for $500 and hits a card worth several thousand, and they just sent it normal, package disappeared, and they're like, oh, well, we'll refund your spot. It's like, well, no, I was a massive card. Like, I want you to compensate me for the card you lost. And if you send enough packages through the post office, some are just going to get lost. So, you know, there should be some impetus on them to, I don't know, insure it or something, or at least offer because if I hit a card like that and someone said, hey, do you want to pay for insurance on this? Or do you want to pay for a different method of delivery? So, I mean, like I said, you break enough, that should be an image refractor. An image. You see how big they put that little image thing? It looks like a spot on the card to me because with my excellent eyesight. Yeah, since Hoots quit, I'm way down on breaks, which is probably good because I have too much stuff in this room right here. Yeah, it was fun. Just the usual suspects in every night, asking JB how he pronounces Marcus Semyon. Tarek Skubal, foil, Kirby Yates. Yeah, I exchanged messages with Whitney the other day, and she just can't bring herself to like come back just because it was, you know, that was what she did every night, was she popped in and talked to Royals and Mosstown and Houdini, and it just makes her sad that it's not the same thing anymore, and I get it. And top loaders. I do need a couple of these. No, those aren't quite thick enough. But Dubs, they've had an independent group come in and validate that the distribution is totally random. It was totally random that Jack Caglione hit a superfractor in the one box he opened when he was visiting, was it Backyard Breaks? It's totally random that Mike Trout hits that's a red ink auto for Tom. It's not the one you want, but it's a red ink nonetheless. Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow. Max Muncy, John Birdie. The bigger problem I have with the whole way brakes work is everything gets so instantly marked up to what I consider ridiculous prices. When I first was doing group breaks, or participating in group breaks 14 years ago on Blowout, it was, the host, the person who actually ran the group break, was only allowed to not even really make money. It was like a real nominal amount. Like he could, if he overcharged for shipping a little bit, he might make a couple bucks, but it was just a way for people to share a box maybe they couldn't afford on their own. I have hit one superfractor in my life. Who was it? It was so long ago. Corey Spangenberg out of 2012. 2012 or 2013 Bowman Draft. I sold it for $250, which back then was still almost half the price of the case. Now it's you didn't even cover the box with a superfractor. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get rich running brakes, mostly because I don't sell them out. Anthony Santander's a high number. But yeah, no, when Blowout did it, it was just, it was a way for people to just get in brakes. I think that was the first couple times I broke with Hoods was he was running on, it wasn't the Houdini and JB's brakes. It was just a group break by Houdini that was blessed by Blowout. I did a Triple Threads football a long time ago and a couple others. You've pulled two supers yourself, or you've got two supers? Kyle Gibson. High Song Kim has to be a high number. He is. Nice. That case I got the Spangenberg super out of. In one box, I got two one of ones. They had that same year. I think it was the same year. They had the Canary Diamond refractors that were one of ones. And I got a Canary Diamond of Singrani and a printing plate of someone who probably never, I think actually played in the big leagues, but not for long. And then later in the case, I got the Spangenberg. People didn't believe me. It's like, yeah, you didn't get 3 101s out of a single case. I think Kobe hit me 1 super. I don't think Hoods ever did. And this is just not agreeing with me here. What is going on with these? Yeah, I mean, I've hit 101s, but my Machado's around here somewhere. But only the 1 super. And it was like a really good player. Like it was a Med Rosario after he was no longer a prospect. He was getting traded every 5 minutes. I decided 1 year I was going to try my hand at prospecting, and I was going to pick some players that I thought were going to be good major leaguers. And so I have a whole bunch of Mickey Moniak and Kyle Lewis cards. Yeah, there's a lot of that in Bowman Draft. Gold refractor of Ben Williamson. Yeah, I'm wondering if part of their I mean, obviously, whatever allocation was going to these other breakers will get distributed to the people who are still in the program. But I wonder if they're starting to, because I heard a couple of years back they started cutting like blowouts and David Adams allocations. Made it harder for them to get cases. So I wonder if they're getting cut again. I just want to be able to buy product that I can open myself from time to time. Which is impossible sometimes. Ben Williamson, color of the year. Max Muncy. I mean, I've gotten plenty of printing plates, but I don't count printing plates. Kodai is a high number. Yeah, I was all ready for the 100 case for Bowman Draft last year. I was bitter when it didn't go because, you know, it impacted me personally. But see, I don't think Fanatics wants a 100 caser. They don't, because they get the kickback from the breakers on the platform. I don't think you make way more margin selling a box or a case at a time than you do selling 100 cases at a time. And that doesn't make Fanatics the money they want to make. Pre-orders on, what is it, Tuesday? Yeah, pre-order for draft is Tuesday. You too can get shut out by Topps Ecom solution. Well, yeah, I mean, and he went to the trouble of, like, I don't know if it's right to say capping his profit, but he's, you know, he would throw in extra boxes. He's like, I've made so much extra on this 100 caser. I need to throw in 4 extra cases. Yes, when he could have easily just pocketed that and said, hey, instead of making this, I made that. Good on me. But that's the kind of guy he is. I think it was it last year, Series 1 or Series 2? He ended up adding like 10 cases because the auctions went so high. 7 cases. I'm going with 7. All right. So I'm bound to have missed a cartoon variation, so I will go through and look for all those weird ones that I miss otherwise, because I'm trying to keep an eye out, but I'm only so good. Yeah, I remember seeing, I wasn't in the breaks, but I remember seeing things where it's like, 113 cases of draft or whatever it was. I'm not sure I'm sure I can find the naysayers who will complain about how bad draft is, because they complain about it every year. But I was looking at it. It looks like there's a lot of pitchers in the first round this year, which generally aren't really good for draft, for the value of draft. They held back a Holiday for Bowman. Cruz. I'm not familiar with JoJo Parker. Padres first rounder, I'm pretty sure, is not in draft. Cruz Schoolcraft, who's probably already been traded anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Mike Trout foil insert, Oswaldo Cabrera. Yeah, there were 2 top 10 picks that aren't included. One is Holiday, and a position player as well. Does not open. Yeah, the Mackenzie Gore relic. This is the relic I hit out of the box I opened for myself. Mackenzie Gore. Again, if he's not traded, he will be traded, because the Padres, well, AJ Preller just loves to trade everyone. I can't believe he traded Leo DeVries. Guy's going to have a 47-year career, going to be haunting the Padres for decades. Trevor Story. Five more packs. And I can get a recap in. Shane Bieber. 4 more packs. Yeah, they're going to trade Miller right away. Verdugo. Well, they signed Michael King, which pretty much guarantees that Pivetta, they're trying to trade Pivetta. I mean, they've been trying to trade Pivetta, but to me, that pretty much locks that in. Because that was the thing. People are saying, oh, now we have a good starting rotation again. It's like, no, the Pivetta's gone. Yeah, it's nice. Like, having been a Padres fan for long enough to need therapy, I'm used to them not going for it or throwing in the towel. But as frustrating as Preller is, he can hold a fire sale and improve the team at the same time. Because a lot of these trades they make, it's like, yeah, we can't handle having all these contracts, but he somehow gets the right talent that he turns around and flips for something else. And like that Soto deal, you know, he got Michael King, which is great. Got Higashioka. There's the guy, I can't remember his name, who's been injured since he got here. But he got the other dude that he basically flipped for Dylan Cease. So he got Dylan Cease and Michael King for a couple years, and Soto wasn't going to re-sign here because the Padres didn't have $750 trillion. I'm old enough to remember both Padres World Series losses. That's how long I've been a fan. All right, let me get some sorting done here. All right, quick recap. Refractors, Magnum, Ballesteros, Hicks, Sanchez, Gorski, Clemens, Miller, McCasey, Gibson, Santana, Pavin Smith, not the best names. Two rookie parallel, Baldwin and Kurtz, Rookie of the Year winners. The Kurtz is a chrome. Baldwin is and Chase Dollander. Sparkle, 2 buybacks, Don Money, Cliff Johnson. High numbers where most of the rookies are: Corbin Burns, Quintana, Grisham, Cam Smith, Bogarts, Rushing, Scherzer, Haisong Kim, Santander, Senga, and Dolander. Bat flip variation, Matt Shaw. Foil insert variations, Nick Kurtz, Ken Griffey, not Jr., Tarek Skubal, and Mike Trout. Let's see. Numbered cards, Logan Henderson, Saran Lau on the and Nathan Lukes, the Bicentennial to 200. Blues are Clement, Koss, Efris. Greens, Larnack, Gordon. Color of the Year, Williamson, Haisong Kim. It's probably the best numbered card we got, numbered non-autoed. 76, Black Chrome, Santander. Black Paper, Garrett McDaniels. And to 50, Ben Williamson of the Mariners. Got 1 image variation, Caleb Durbin, Brewers. 3 base relics, Arias, Mackenzie Gore, George Springer. 2 autos, Michael McGreevy, Real One Auto, and a red ink Real One Auto, Andres Chaparro for the Nationals. And the hit of the break, Derek Cheater, on-card auto relic, 11 of 25. Congratulations, Jay Graff. And that's all I got. Yeah, I remember both the World Series losses. And we haven't been back to the World Series in 27, 8 years. I was pretty confident we were going a couple years ago, but I was wrong. All righty. I appreciate you guys stopping in. That's all I got. If you're in the break, I have no choice but to get these out Monday because I have a busy couple weeks ahead of me and I'm not doing nothing except being busy. I thought you guys were winning this year too. After Bichette hit that home run, I'm like, oh, team of destiny right there. Yeah, there was a couple years back that, not last year, year before,